Okay, up next on Those Amazing Caucasians, number 74, this is Hafthor Bjornsson. A lot of people know him from the TV show as the Mountain and in Game of Thrones, I'm sorry. And he's about to do a world record deadlift. I watched a few videos on World's Strongest Man competition. I used to like to watch those when I was a kid. My dad would watch them and everything. He'd come on Wild World of Sports and stuff. And they've got some new things they go with the competition. Arnold Schwarzenegger's got one now and everything. But from what I understand, this right here is basically 1,000 pounds and 104 pounds worth of bar and buckles that are onto there. And one of the world's strongest men, Eddie, just did I think 1,102 pounds. And so this is basically just outdoing it by 2 more pounds. And from what I understand, the clasps that they use, each one weighs a pound more than the ones that he used. So let's watch this where he has to clean up and jerk. It's known as the deadlift. And this is the world record for the world's strongest man. Too bad he can't do this in the Olympics, from what I understand, because he competes for money and stuff and does it like that. You can't be, you have to be an amateur to be like in the Olympics. So he can't take this to there. But let's watch this lift here. So he pulls up, has a little trouble there, but gets it up, and then he has to straighten his legs out, and he comes full and solid. Strong as hell. Look at that bar bending. And we're going to look at it from a close-up point of view here too, and it's going to show him a little bit from an angle. And I want you to see how once he gets it past his knees, he looks like he just calms down and stands up. Yeah, I think no telling how much more he could have done that day, whether it was another 2 pounds, another 5, another 20. There's not much reason in it whenever he's picking up more than half a ton himself here doing it. But so completed it. You can see his knees busted right there, his shin. So he takes this thing, and you can see the grunt and grimace of him pulling the thing up. But he gets to a certain point, and he just calms down and stands up, and then he just kind of dead looks at the guy like, "That's good, right?" Now Eddie, whenever he did this, ended up busting some blood vessels in his eyes and stuff, and man, it can cause hemorrhaging. There are people that have literally died from things like this and trying to do feats of strength past the point a human is supposed to do. But for somebody as gargantuan as the Mountain himself, it doesn't seem to be as much of a problem or an issue. But he was injured not too long ago, and he also had this weird thing with Bell's palsy. It made this side of his face to where it wouldn't move. Like when you go to the dentist and you get all numbed out and one half of your face is like that, his was like that, and it even sagged down. And basically for a long time he was talking out of one half of his mouth. That appears to be slowly going away. I had my father-in-law get it one time, and it took, I don't know, 2 months for it to go away, somewhere around in there. Even his little steroid thing or whatever didn't seem to do much for him to try to help it out and everything, and it just slowly went away. And then when we went back at Christmas time, hey, it's gone, it's fixed. But amazing lift here, and again, half a ton or more, and picked up by straight human strength, and that's the strongest world record deadlift ever. Now, whenever I was working out with weights, I never got to anything close to this in any way, shape, or form. In fact, my big thing was 575 pounds on a press and squat machine, like a leg press, but it was a machine too, so that keeps it from moving around. And basically, I was just pushing it straight and could have just let it go, you know. Whereas this is picking it up straight, so it's a lot different. And pretty much twice that amount of weight, and I can't understand that. We had a guy in high school named Clary Foster that picked up 585 off the ground, and it ended up setting the new high school record. And he was a big guy like this, redhead dude. Looked like Opie on roids. Could palm a basketball so easy whenever he was in junior high school, but um, that set the high school record for the United States. And I think he got beat by Dan Reeder, or no wait, he did bench press and set the American record for bench press for high school too. But I believe both of those may have been beaten now. Hell, that's 40 years ago, people. Let's see how long this record stands. Pretty big record, huh? Let me know what y'all think downstairs. Like, share, and subscribe, and enjoy. And we'll get on to another story about those amazing Caucasians. Peace.